Michael, before the break, we were talking about the death of bin Laden. You claimed today that he was executed. Do you believe that, if that's the case, that it was justified? I know the argument you're making was just come out and admit what we did, and he was clearly taken out. But if he was executed, is that lawful, or would you have preferred him to have been captured alive and brought back to trial, maybe in New York?
Well, I think that, and I don't think I'm the only one that feels this way, this story has changed 4 times now in 4 days as to what happened. Every day, it started with, there was a big firefight, he used a woman as a shield, et cetera, et cetera. And now, 2 hours ago, a story came across the wire from the Atlantic where a senior White House official has admitted that it was their intention to kill him. It was not a bring him back, it wasn't a dead or alive situation. It was to go and kill him. And I don't understand why not just, if that was the case, why not just say that? Why not just admit that? I think most people would applaud that. I don't think anybody would go, why'd you go there and kill him? I think most people would be going.
But I'm not entirely sure, Michael. They're not really disputing that, are they? I mean, there's an argument about whether if he'd thrown his hands up and surrendered immediately, whether he would have been considered some kind of prisoner of war in that circumstance. But no one's suggesting he did that. Well, I'm not sensing from President Obama or the White House that they didn't admit they killed him.
No, they killed him. But what I'm saying is they didn't kill him because there was some kind of firefight or something going on. They went there with the intention to kill him. That's an execution, and or an assassination, whatever you want to call it. And I think, look, like I said, I'm glad he's gone. But I just feel we've lost something of our soul here in this country. And maybe I'm just an old school American who believes in our American judicial system, something that separates us from other parts, other countries, where we say everybody has their day in court, no matter how bad of a person, no matter what piece of scum they are, they have a right to a trial. And this man was a mass murderer. He was responsible for the deaths, at least in this country, of nearly 3,000 people. And, after World War II, we just didn't go in and put a bullet to the head of all the top Nazis. We put them on trial. We took them to Nuremberg, and we put them on trial. And we said, no, this is important for the world to see these criminals. And it's important for history to have a record of what they did. And so we're going to do this in a courtroom. And we're going to show these Germans how we do it, with fairness, with justice. You're going to get to have your own attorney. You're going to have your day in court. That's how we do it. That's what separates us from you, Nazi scum. And it was a great moment.
Let me ask you, Michael.
And I just think, and now let me finish this, Piers, because this is a very important point. People we're at a point now where we don't. What do we need a trial for? Just get rid of them. Well, the second you say that, you're saying that you hate being American. You hate what we stand for. You hate what our Constitution stands for. We stand for something different than that, and we're better than them. We don't just operate in an uncivilized way the way they did on 9/11. We operate in a moral way. And what better way to show that? Oh, don't bring them to New York. Don't have the trial in New York. This will put us in jeopardy. This might cause, and then you hear stuff like that, and it's like, what are we? A bunch of wusses now that we're afraid to even have a trial because somebody might get hurt or they might get mad in some other part of the world and plan to hurt us? We should be standing up and saying, listen, damn it, we're Americans. This is the way we do it. You commit a crime, we put you on trial. That's the way it works here. And if you try to hurt us or mess with us while we do that, you've got something coming. But instead, here in New York, oh no, don't have the truth. Oh, it's like we've just lost something here. And I think that's what, what's so what made people feel so good and about the Navy SEALs, you know, and I know a number of Navy SEALs and Army Rangers and these guys, they're really, I mean, they are the best of the best. And it was just amazing how in a matter of minutes they did what should have been done years and years and years ago in terms of finding him and bringing him to some sort of justice. Not the way
But Michael, yeah. I want to jump in here because I want to jump in here on the Navy SEAL issue because you sort of implied there wasn't a firefight. I've studied all the facts that have emerged today on this. And you know, there are facts as we speak tonight, and it may well change again, I accept that. But as we stand, the Navy SEALs went in, and they were confronted with an armed man who turned out to be the courier who was the link to bin Laden, and he opened fire on the Navy SEALs, and they killed him. They then go upstairs, and they are confronted with bin Laden and members of his family. Now, they've already been shot at once. I have absolutely no problem in that situation, given that Al-Qaeda, you know, are intent on causing massive slaughter and destruction to American citizens, that Navy SEALs, when they are sent on a mission like that and they're fired on, to me, are perfectly entitled to assume that bin Laden may well be armed. And he's always indicated, and we interviewed his sister only the other day on this show, his sister-in-law, who said to me he will never go without a fight. So they know this. And they see him there, and they have a chance to take him out. I don't have a problem with that. And I don't really think it's not really a left-right issue. I just don't have a problem
so just say that.
with
That's
SEALs who are getting shot at reacting.
Why not just admit that? Then why not just say that? Why not just say that is what happened? We now know that there wasn't, that not a single person in the main house was armed. There were 13 children in there, and
but they didn't know that, Michael. They didn't know that.
No, well, they did when they went in there. They did, and when they went in there, look, obviously the decision was made in advance. So this is kind of a moot point to kill him, no matter what, whether he was armed, unarmed, whether he put up a fight or didn't put up a fight.
I want to take a quick break. When we come back, I want to continue this because it's a good argument. I also think that the really compelling argument is what did the Pakistani military and intelligence know about the existence of bin Laden in that compound?